Welcome back to Creative Foods TV. And as you could see, we're outside today. You might see my face cringing up a bit. It's not because I'm mad or sad or anything like that. It's the heat. And the heat in Texas mean we bring out the grill. We're outside. We have the amazing brisket right here. A big bad boy. And we have all the ingredients here. Just 2 ingredients. That's all I ever use in my brisket. And they always turn out amazing. We have sea salt right here, black pepper. We have the wood chip right here, soaking in water to get the maximum out of them and make sure they smoke very slowly. And as you can see behind me here, we have the garden growing too. Make sure you get time out of your day or your time to plant some little seeds or something. Have your fresh fruits and vegetables in your garden as well. We want to walk you through the process as we put this on the grill today. We're going to smoke this bad boy for a long time. And you're going to be here to witness it all. Please bear with us. It's going to be in there about 10 to 12 hours. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. It's going to slowly roast it over smoke on the side. We have the smoker ready, getting ready right now. All the smoke going to seep up through there and break it down and make it all tenderized in the middle. So it's going to be a long process because it's a big brisket right here, as you can see. So we want to take a time out right now. We want to go get it prepared, dressed up with all the ingredients on it. We're gonna rub it down with some olive oil, put some kosher sea salt on there, and we're gonna put some black pepper on there and get it on the grill. Thank you for joining us, Creative Foods TV. Please join us on this journey. For my fire, it's very easy. I use 100% wood, and then I'll just get a nice little light going on up in there with my blowtorch. And after that, I just use the blower and blow it up. I don't use any chemical in my stuff at all. As much as I could stay away from these chemicals that they have out there, I try to stay away from them as much as I can, man. But it's hard to escape them sometimes because you don't even know what you eat most of the time. They lie to you, definitely. So that's why I definitely encourage growing your own fruits and vegetables and read the packages before you get them out there, because you don't know what you're getting. And sometimes they trick you. Very much so, they trick you. So you got to know what you're doing and definitely be careful and mindful of all. All right, now I got a nice little light going on there. You're gonna hear a loud noise. It's gonna be my blower blowing this fire up as high as it can. And there you have it. Less than a minute, or a minute and 30 seconds. You got a hot blazing fire going on right now. We're just gonna let all these cold start get burned first before we start adding some more hardwood on there. Then we add some wet wood on it as well. Then we put on, let it this get up to about 250 degrees. Then we start the process of putting it on. All right, we got some smoking chips on there. Once this fire gets to a hot enough temperature where all the fire is blazing, then we could add the wet wood on there. And the wet wood, what it's going to do is going to be create a slow burning process. While it's burning, all the smoke is going to come from there because it's trying to burn, but it can't really burn as fast as it can because it's already wet. So it's going to slowly burn, and all the smoke is going to ignite up into here, and then cook the brisket as slow as possible as it can, around 250 degrees to 200 degrees. You want to keep it there for a safe zone and keep it cooking. Remember, you got to continue to check on this constantly every time to make sure it's at the same temperature. Now, a lot of people have a temperature gauge that they put in there, and they could always, stay from where they're at and check on it. But if you have nothing doing, just drinking outside with the pals in the backyard for a weekend, you could always stay out there and check on it for sure. So we want to get this to a nice burning temperature where it's blazing, and then we could add the wet wood on there. You see, it's already smoking already right now. Where there's smoke, there's always fire. So we wait. So it's extra fat right here. Just want to take off a little bit of it. We don't want to take off too much, of course, because they say fat is flavor for sure. So you want to keep all the flavoring that we can off there, but we don't want too much fat on it for sure. We want to able to have that meat cooked very properly. Extra on the side here. In Texas, brisket is a major thing. Go to any smoke shop or anything like that, and they all have brisket there. It's a crowd favorite. This meat tenderized all the way down that you wouldn't even think. You think you're eating a sponge or something like that. We're just tenderized in your mouth. But we're going to show you how we do the process here for sure. Take off all the extra fat right here. Silver skin as much as we can. Just take off it a bit. So my knife is very sharp and just go right through there. But we don't want to take off too much of that meat. You know, the more meat you take off, the less you have to eat. Don't forget that. So take it off right here. We don't want to cut in the meat, of course, because if we cut in the meat, then what's going to happen is all that flavor and juice that's supposed to be locked in there, it's leaking out during the process, and that's not going to be good at all. So we want to make sure we lock it up as much as we can. Take off as much silver skin as we can as well too. Trim it up nice. And then we get it all seasoned down. Silver skin is a little bit thick on the back. I ain't gonna lie to you, but we're gonna get it done. Turn them over. It's hard to hold it when it's so big. All right, good. It's nice and trim up on the back already, so I don't have to do much on here. Just take off this little side right here, and then good to go. What we're gonna do, got some oil right here. This is the binding. Rub it all the way down. We're gonna do this on both sides and the front and on the back. First, I'm gonna go with my salt. You're gonna have to put a generous portion of salt in this in order for the meat to be well flavorful. Generous portion of salt, but be careful not to over salt it as well, because you know you could always add, but it's easy to add, but it's harder to take away for sure. Anything you do is easy to add, but it's hard to take away. All right, things is nice and well salted up. Next thing we're gonna do, got our black pepper. 1-2 step dancing. We're doing here 1-2 step dancing. A lot of people use different things on it, and for sure, definitely as much as you can, you want to use all the other different flavors as you can, but for me, I think this is the easiest and most flavorful for me, so always go along with this as well. Make sure you rub it all the way down. This thing right now is going to come out a way different color. You don't even know, you wouldn't even recognize it, the way it just smoked all the way up. Salt and pepper flavor all the way over, and I don't know where other flavors come from, but they're in there, and I love it. See how it's nice and dark right now. Cut it all the way down. Turn it over. Oh, it's heavy. It is heavy. All right. Give it a nice little portion of salt on the back here as well. Both sides we're salting up. Again, generous portion of salt, especially on this fat cap right here. So it's rendered down really good with the salt. But be careful not to over salt it, please. It's a big piece of meat. It could take a lot of salt, but be careful not to over salt it. All right, now that we got our salt on there, it's gonna go in with our black pepper. All the way over. All right, and that's what I call a well-seasoned brisket right here. All salt and pepper up. Flip it back over, and then the fire is smoked. We're going to get the fire smoking over there and get it started, so we can put this bad boy up in there. As you can see, you got a nice smoke going on right here. This top right here, want to make sure we keep it close. All the smoke stay in there as much as possible. Look, smoke all over. So this right now is at 250 degrees. So we want to get the brisket and we want to throw it on the fire. So we got a brisket right here. We're just going to put it right on the fire. So the big part, fat part, you want to make sure you put it right over this side right here. This is where it needs most of the smoke. This down here is going to cook by itself from all the smoke inside of it. But right here, where all the smoke is penetrating right out of the smoker, that's where you want to put the fat big part right there, so all the smoke could penetrate to it properly. And right now, it's smoking properly right now. It's smoking in there. We want to make sure the fire is not burning and blazing. We want to check on it constantly. So now, we're just going to sit here and wait until this is ready to be wrapped up again. So YouTube, I just want to let y'all know what's going on, man. It's supposed to be a nice sunny day, but it's raining out here, but we're still smoking this brisket today. Rain, shine, snow, sleet, this brisket is brisketing today. So stay with me still. It's still going. Right now it's at 250 right now. We're still checking on the temperature in and out of the weather. I'm sounding like a weatherman right now, but yeah, I didn't know it was gonna rain, but we doing the brisket today anyway. I hope lightning doesn't strike us out here. The smoke is in my eyes. Yeah, I sound like a weatherman in the stormy weather, for sure. But we getting this brisket done today, YouTube. Bear with me. Y'all gonna see the video. Hope y'all appreciate the greatness that we have out here. Dedication and the time that we have for y'all. Thank you. Creative Foods TV. Guys, want to welcome you back to Creative Foods TV again. Just want to check on this. Is about 2 hours now. It's been on there. Just want to take a quick little check on it, show you what's going on right now. The rain has died down a little bit. The temperature right now is still below 300 degrees, and is good right here. The smoke is still going in there right now, so that's still good. We got to put some more hood in there, but whatever. The rain have hold up, but it looked like it's coming down again. During the process while the rain was coming down, we still had to go here in and out the rain and make sure everything is good with the fire. So we want to continue to check on it. Countless and time amount of time. It's about 30 minutes every time I check on it since it's been raining so much right now. So it is still going. Got a long process left to go. Just want to give you a quick update. All right, guys, we're back to check on our brisket right now. And see, this is what we're talking about right here. You got to make sure you come out here and check on it very regularly. Make sure it doesn't drop under 200. And that's where it's at right now, almost under 200. Well, a little bit under 200. And we'll come and check on it. We also going to show you the process of what we got going on here as well. Beautiful color got going on. A red brisket covered in black pepper and salt, turning different color and flavors, just building up inside of it right now. So we're going to check on the fire. See, it's got going on here. Not much smoke going, but it's coming back up. So we want to make sure we stir the fire, get all these coals burning as an equal level, and get the smoke going again just to keep it above 200 and around 250 as well. So we doing good so far, despite the rain that we got going on out here. And it's coming down again. I don't know, maybe the rain don't want me to make a brisket today. Every time I come outside, it seems like it's coming down a little bit harder. So we want to make sure we get this fire ready and get going inside, so we could keep this brisket cooking and keep the temperature going as well, just as it should be. The smoke is coming back up. The fire is building up back again. So we want to make sure we get it above 200, around 250 before we go back inside. All right, guys, so we got the fire going back up to 250 right here. So the smoke is coming back up again. So everything is good. We just want to go inside because the rain is still coming down and want to come back on, check on it just a little bit later. So bear with us as we go through this process of maybe 10 to 12 hours, not sure yet, of a brisket process. All right, guys, we're here back checking on our brisket right now. Smoke is still fumigating over every part of the grill. Still at a good temperature right now. Fire is still good. I don't want to open this part right here because it's not good to open it all the time. It's a long process, about 6 hours it's been on there. As I said, I got about 4 more hours to go, or I might just make it go another 6 hours. The longer it stays in there, the better it is. So fire is still good right here, still burning, still smoking. Oh man, so this is a weekend gathering thing. If you have a lot of family over and you have a lot of time to spend, just wake up early in the morning and get this thing started and kick it and going. It's way better to do it at home than to go to a restaurant and buy it. It's way more expensive. So if you want to, spend some time with your family and save some money, this is a good thing to do. So we're here checking on it again, and then we're going to come back and check on it again, make sure the fire is good, and then later on we'll show the process of how it is, of how tender it is with all this smoke out here just breaking down every part of the meat. It's like a chemical reaction going on in there without any laboratory ingredients. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still here. I told you the rain could not stop us at all. Smoke is still going. It's about 8 hours it's on the fire right now, smoking. And the next step we have to got going on right now, we're going to wrap it in some pink butcher paper. So what this is going to do right here, the pink butcher paper, all the juices that's inside there for the final 4 hours, or if I decide for 6 hours, we're going to lock up the juices that's in there and let all that juice just moisturize the meat that's inside there. And all that moisturizing inside the meat is going to be beautiful whenever it's finished, because You don't want a chewy meat to eat at all. So all that moisturization gonna break down the meat, and when we cut it, you're gonna see all the juices just flowing and pouring out of it. So the next step we're gonna do, we're gonna take it off the grill for a couple seconds, wrap it up in this pink butcher paper. Once you wrap it up in this pink butcher paper, we're gonna throw it back on the grill. Still the same thing. We're gonna smoke it all the way through, and then you will see the beautiful process of what we have here. The rain came down. I had umbrellas out here. I had to change suit and everything like that. But I was dedicated to making this video today, and nothing was gonna stop me. So let's get this done. Our smoke's still going as strong as ever. Right here, we at almost 250. That's just perfect. We're gonna take a peek inside. Matter of fact, we're just gonna have to take it out anyway. So here we go. Once the smoke clear, you see the beauty in the air. Black and beautiful. Smoked all the way out. And when we cut it, you're gonna see that smoke ring inside as well. This is where the smoke is coming from, as you can see in there. And we're just gonna take it off, and we're gonna wrap it in some pink paper, and then we're gonna put it back on the grill. Beautiful. Just amazing. Here we have it, our beautiful brisket. It is hot, but I'm accustomed to heat. It is beautiful, of course, still heavy. Now we're gonna get it wrapped up in this pink parchment paper right here, and we're gonna throw it back on the grill. We're gonna wrap it up and get it sealed all the way in. You're gonna have to use a whole bunch of this pink paper. Wrap it on like here, this, wrap it around again, and then we just throw it up on there. Take a good sized portion out of here. We want to still leave it face up, so we still have the same consistency of cooking, but we just want to get it nice and wrapped up. It's still heavy, but it has shrink for sure. It has shrunken a bit, but it's still heavy. So wrap it on this side right here. Again, we're gonna leave it face up still for sure, but we just want to get it nice and wrapped up. Ooh, the smell. I just love a good brisket, man. That's one of my favorite of all time, brisket. And crawfish, for sure. All right. It's the last piece we're gonna put on it right here. Wrap it right here. See this pink paper? The smoke could penetrate to it as well. So you don't want to use no foil paper or anything like that. But if you use it in an oven or something, you know, you could wrap it up in foil paper and all the juices could still, you know, locked in there like we wanted to lock in there with this. But this is we smoking it. So we're not putting it in the oven. We're using the smoker. So that's why we're using the pink parchment paper instead of the foil paper, because the foil paper here is the smoke is not going to penetrate to it as much as it would with this one right here. So that's why we're using this one right here. Just want to explain that to y'all. Wrap it up. I'm not a good wrapper, by the way. That's why I'm cooking. And this is the most I can wrap right here. Just one bar. Just one bar before they kick me out of the studio. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put it back right on the grill, and we're gonna get it finished cooking. Again, we might leave it for 4 hours, we might leave it for 6 hours. I don't know yet. Depends on how much I want it to be tenderized. All right, so we wanna do the same process. We wanna put the fat part down here and the slim part down here. This thing is still smoking. It's like Snoop Dogg house. So we're just gonna close it back up, and then we're gonna continue to check back on it periodically and make sure that everything is fine with the fire and it's at the perfect temperature that where we need it. And we're gonna leave it here, and we're gonna come back and check on it periodically. We are back again just to make another check. Of course, we've been making randomly check, but we can't show you everything because we don't want the video to be too long and you to be bored and uninterested. But look, it is perfectly set at 250 right now. Smoke is still in the air. It is not yet clear. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove this right here. Ooh, the smoke. We're gonna remove it from here. We're gonna leave it for another hour on it, unwrap, and let it just finish up. It's been about 10 hours now, going on 11 hours. So we're gonna take it off, and then we're gonna put it back on there for the final hour and let all the smoke just sit right up in there, and then we'll be all done for the evening. The brisket is here, and despite all the weather that we have here today, we still stick with it, and we're gonna get it finished today. So we have a brisket right here. It's been, oh my gosh, it's been smoking for how long? It's been a long time. The smell is just driving me crazy. But we have it here for a long time on there, for about 10 hours now. We already wrapped it up in the pink parchment paper. We put it on there, and we have it for about 3 hours. We're gonna have the final hour on there, put it on the grill right now, and let's let it sit there for the final hour and just soak up all the final smoke that we have going on for it right now. And then after that, we'll be ready to slice into it and to see all the juiciness just smothering all over it. But this brisket right here, it's been through a lot of challenges today with the rain and everything like that. And we're gonna show you at the final end of how we persevere and how we get to the day and have this amazing brisket here today. So it's been about 11 hours right now that we have it on here. What we're gonna do, open up, take a look at it. Previously touch it and it breaked off right here. As you can see, it's very tender, very jiggly. But what I'm gonna do is be straightforward and honest with you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it off here and I'm gonna put it in the oven for about, though I have about 45 minutes left on it to make it 12 hours. So I'm gonna take it off and put it in the oven to make it a little bit more tender. It's very tender for sure, definitely. As you can see, the jiggle is there. The jiggle is there. The bounce back is there. But I'm gonna leave it in the oven for about the 45 minutes that we have it right now, and then we're gonna bring it back out, and it's gonna be completely done by then. The smoke is still smoking, but we're gonna take it off right now. We're gonna put it in the oven for about another 45 minutes that we have on here. My mouth is watering right now because I touched it and then I licked it, and then yeah, I taste the flavor. So yes, definitely. But I'm gonna take it off and put it in the oven. As you can see, all the juices right here bubbling up out of it. Oh, that's the smoke. That's why I'm talking like that. I'm not really smoking, but definitely we're gonna take it off and we're gonna put it in the oven for 45 minutes that we have left, and then we're gonna take it off and we're gonna slice it up and show you what wonderful greatness we have. Good morning to you. It is now, let me check the time, 1:06 a.m. It's been approximately 12 hours since this bad boy been on the grill. It is ready to go. This knife has been sharpened right now. I mean, it don't need no sharpening anyway. I could actually just use my hand and break this all down, but I'm just gonna cut it so you can see all the juices that is in here. The smell, honestly, technology is advanced enough for you to able to smell the food through the phone by now. I mean, I'm just saying, but it looks wonderful, looks great, looks amazing. And we are here, as you can see, in the dark. We survived the rain, we survived the lightning and everything. I had an umbrella up. I've been walking around doing all kind of crazy things. I sound like the weatherman earlier, but however, we had some wonderful and delicious brisket here for you. All I could say is, welcome to Texas. Welcome to Texas. Wow, juices, and it's hot as well. But I fear no heat. I fear no heat. Whew, it's hot. All right, got knife sharpened right here. We don't need it, but we're gonna cut it up anyway. All right, as you could see, wonderfully and beautifully made, just like the image of man. Juices just running out of it in all different ways and angles. It's just like a springing forth juices in this steak right in this brisket right here. Not steak, I mean, it's a brisket steak, whatever you want to call it. But as you can see, we got a jiggle test going on. It is nice and jiggly. Now we're excited for the cut. All right, I'm gonna cut through this bad boy right here. Oh, it is butter. It is butter in the gutter. for sure. Wow, 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 wow. Whoa. This is exactly what we're looking for. This is exactly what we needed right here. This is what we need. Beautifully. Beautifully. I can't even say the word. Wow. This stuff right here for 2 or 3 slices, you probably pay $30 for it. Probably pay $30 for it. Wow. It is hot. I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm good with heat, but this is extremely hot. It just came out. It just came out. It just came out. Should let it rest for a bit, but I've been waiting for 12 hours, so I can't let it rest no more. Texas style brisket. Where we started is where we finish. I told you, the rain couldn't stop us. Snow couldn't stop us. Sleet couldn't stop us. Thunderstorm couldn't stop us. We was in the rain prepared for this today because it was supposed to be projected as a sunny day. Then the rain came out of nowhere. This is magnifico. Magnifico. Look at this juices just pouring out of here. And it's hot. Woo! Yes. Thank you for joining us today at Creative Foods TV. This was a wild one, I got to say, an extremely wild one. We was in the rain, storming. I had to come back out, check on the fire multiple times in the rain. I had to change my garments multiple times throughout the day, but I delivered the product to you guys, and I hope you get a time out sometime, kick back with your family during the summertime, and enjoy this wonderful Texas brisket right here. Again, all I use is salt and pepper on this bad boy right here, and came out to be magnificent. I did it for 12 hours. You can do it for 10 as well. But all I gotta say is bon appetit. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Wagwan. Woo! Done.